please help out the channel. Hit that subscription button. I'm coming out with tons of videos and you don't want to miss them. The Cure, Charlotte Sometimes. So we'll start with this intro section. We're going to hit a D minor chord, open D, 2G, 3B, 1E. Hit that and then we'll pick through it a little bit. Okay, we'll do the 3B, open E to 1. Hold it a moment, come off to open E, 3B. Hold that a moment, come back to the open E, 3B, couple ones. Alright, so that's like the first little riff there. Kind of start it again, hit the D minor. Start it similarly, we go 3B, open E to 1, back to the open E, and then we would just repeat that twice. And then just come off to the 3, 1, 1 on the B. Right. Repeat that first measure again, so just drop that in there for where the third measure would be. And at the end, we can scale down a little bit, so we hit the D minor. We do our 3B, open E, 1, off to open E. Okay, do a 3, 1B to 2G. Hold that a moment. Finish it with an open G, 1B, 1E to open. Alright, first synthesizer progression going on here will be a D minor, and you can play it this voicing here, 5 on the A, 7 on the D and G, 6B with the 5E. Just hit that for a measure. Down to a C, 3 on the A, 5 on the D, G, B. And then just come back to that A minor, bar the 5, 7 on the A and D. Just hold that A minor for a couple measures. And you would repeat this 3 times. Alright, second progression here, and this just happens this one time in the song, kind of peculiar. It goes for that D minor, goes to the C, and instead of going to the A minor, it just goes to an E minor, and it repeats this progression twice. Now the first bridge that we do is a little different than the following bridge, a little shorter here. So it'll just do an F chord for a couple measures. And then A minor for a couple measures. And this first bridge just goes a couple times. When we get to the bridge for the second and third time, it expands a bit. It goes through that F to an A a few times, and then it'll wrap it up by doing a couple measures of F to a couple measures of G. And in the midst of that, we can actually do a little bit of picking that's going on. So we'll hit that F, and in the second measure of that F, we can do this little bit where we do a 3-1, 3-1 on the B. And once we get to where we would do the A minor, we want to make that 1 on the B a 3. So essentially it makes it an A suspended 4, just because it goes along with that picking that we're doing, because we're going to hit that 3B with the A minor chord there, and then just come up and hit the second again on the G. Just kind of caps that section off. And like I said, you go through that 3 times. We get to our F again, and then we can do that 3-1, 3-1. And then once we move to the G chord, by just bringing that, up 2 frets at the 3rd fret here, we can pick through kind of a G suspended 4 shape that happens after that initial G chord by doing like the 3B and then just going between that and a 5G a couple times. And just some nice little picking in the midst of all that chordage.